Hello, welcome to another episode of the Horror Vision Horror Podcast. My name is Sean,
And I'm Missy.
and we're going to give you a out of the theater, spoiler-free reaction to Julia Ducournau's new film Alpha. I count myself very fortunate that I'm in Chicago, and I got to see this with Missy, so we went to the same theater. That's rare. Live in different states, and also that it was playing in a big box theater on the South Side. It's playing in an AMC.
That's because my big back AMC is awesome. They have a lot of screens. They get tons of shit.
This is your first Julia Ducournau's film you've seen, correct?
Yes. Yeah. You have told me about Titan, which has been on my list, and I get easily distracted and I forget about things. So I never got around to it. And I've always heard about Raw, but when it was living on Netflix, I was a little bit afraid of it. And now it's not available anywhere. But I'm definitely going to watch Titan soon because this movie was incredible.
Yeah. If- for people listening that have seen and like this director's work, I've seen all three. I think, I mean, Titan is just a massive film for me, so that's still my favorite, and I think it's a much easier watch. Uh, Julia Ducournau specializes in what I would say kind of a mundane body horror. And I don't mean that her filmmaking is mundane, but what I mean by that is, you've got your Cronenberg body horror, which is kind of sci-fi-ish, and you've got your, like, let's say the Substance body horror that's splattery, kind of
And turned up to 37. And this isn't that,
no,
but that doesn't make it less potent.
it's more potent in my opinion because it's
Yeah.
mundane in that it deals with the horrors of your body. I mean, just the way she films human bodies sometimes.
Well, and she's just really in tune with making you very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like Alpha was fantastic and I was very immersed in it right from the start, but it it's a really heavy movie and it affected us both a lot.
Yeah.
Um, but she's just outstanding at making you uncomfortable and using all of the aspects of film to do it. Because there's without spoiling anything, there is a scene in a pool that the sound of the water sloshing in the pool and then the backbeat of the soundtrack and then the way it's filmed made me feel like I was drowning.
Yeah.
And I mean, incredible.
Yeah. Uh,
And it's just this really weird take on body horror because I mean, the we both went into it very blind, but it has to do with a weird infection, like a weird virus that is somewhat fantastic, but still somehow like it feels mundane, except that it's like a fantasy type virus.
yes, but it's the same thing with Titan where like she or as some of the members of our show like to refer to it, Titane. Ray.
We love you, Ray.
We love you, Ray. Titan is similar in that ultimately there's a fantastical element, or there could be, depending on your interpretation, but it also is not handled in a way, and I don't know, she's
Right.
so interesting in how she handles these things. There's nothing about them, even as it's in front of you, it just feels like the world that we live in. uh there's definitely social and medical allegories here that people, I think, will recognize. I believe this takes place in 1989, roughly. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think she wanted to pin it down, but that's kind of my
Okay.
read. And so that might give people an idea. But like Missy said, I mean, I had not watched the trailer. the tagline or the little description on IMDb tells you literally nothing.
Nothing.
Um,
I mean, the tagline on, or the little synopsis I saw on the AMC website, like, I, it made it sound like we were walking into some kind of weird family drama. I mean,
yeah,
and it does have that. I was a little afraid that it wasn't going to have enough elements of horror for me. It absolutely does. Like,
it
this
does.
is
Yeah,
definitely a body horror movie. It's just not the kind of body horror we're used to.
right.
Like, we're
Yeah,
both
agreed.
big Cronenberg fans and big fans of The Substance, and this is like quiet body horror.
Yeah,
And the way
and
she deals with it, it feels like real world outbreaks of things and the kind of fears you'd have about contracting things like HIV and stuff like that, except that the virus itself is somewhat
out of the
supernatural,
ordinary.
fantastic,
Yeah,
something. It's not something rooted in the real world, I guess.
right.
But the way she gets under your skin and scares you, that shit's rooted in the real world.
Yes, absolutely. And I think there's people that would see this and be like, this isn't a horror movie. And that's fine. It's up to interpretation. For me, this is one of the most visceral theatrical experiences I've had in years. I mean, years.
Same.
And this is the shit that gets under my skin. And it, I don't know that it's, well, no, it did scare me because I pretty much had dread because I didn't know what was happening for the entire movie. The whole movie. I mean, I was like contorted in my seat.
Hmm.
I'm still sore and locked up now, hours later, because it just, yeah, I mean, she just manipulated me with the sound. Like you said, all the elements of film, the sound, the camera work, just everything.
I do want to give a trigger warning for, like, if you are squeamish about needles, there's heavy drug use type scenes with injections and needles and things. And if that bothers you or is going to spin you out, just handle with care because it got under both of our skins.
Yeah, it spun me out big time, but I also was like, I felt like I was in good hands and um I I surrendered to the experience and it was,
Hmm.
slightly it's kind of unpleasant, but also like that's what I look for. Like I don't want all my horror to be comfort food. I don't want it all to
Right.
be, like big bangers. Like it's good to have something that really kind of rips you apart a little bit and
Oh,
this
for sure.
did that.
But we both also wanted a palate cleanser, and I mean, followed up with Psycho Gorman.
Yeah, so it was perfect, right? It was absolutely perfect to follow it with that. Just she's just one of my favorite filmmakers today. In two movies, and not anything against Raw. I did eventually see it. I, like you, was afraid of it after Titan. I saw it and I liked it, but I need to see it again. I don't remember it that well. But Titan, I mean, it just made this huge impression, and I can't wait to
Yeah,
watch it again. I've been wanting to, um, and I kind of held off until after this, so now I'm gonna watch that. So
yeah, I'm glad that we saw this because I knew nothing about it. Nothing about what was being shown on the AMC trailer was going to make me see that. Well, I don't mind subtitles in foreign films. I don't watch a lot of French horror. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just, I don't know. Usually, what I watch ends up being like
mhm.
Japanese or Spanish and that kind of stuff. So it's a different flavor, but I mean, I was completely immersed in it. I forgot I was watching a movie in French.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like people shouldn't let the language thing
Right. And
turn you off.
I mean, it was a little over 2 hours. I was never bored with it. I was very
No.
immersed in it. It was engaging and horrifying. The first couple opening scenes got me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And
it
it
just,
stayed that way.
mm-hmm. So I mean, never having seen any of her films, I thought this was outstanding. I absolutely will watch Titan soon. Um, and for anybody listening, I just looked that up. You can either rent it on Prime or it is free on Tubi.
Right.
Which, yes, the ads are disruptive, but it's available. Raw is not available on anything.
Hopefully somebody will bring that back soon, or I'm sure it's probably still available on disc. So that's probably one
Yeah,
eventually I should
maybe.
probably buy. Uh, but yeah, that's Alpha, and this is the Horror Vision. I'm Sean.
And I'm Missy.
When incoming high school senior Lisa McCready's boyfriend and classmates are brutally murdered at a party in the woods, the quiet suburban community of Sundown Hills transforms into a paranoid nightmare. Betrayal, corruption, and dark family secrets push Lisa dead center into a burgeoning class war where rival millionaires plot to steal the town's future between reliance on big oil and the incoming age of legalized weed, electric cars, and social conscience. As she struggles for answers, the killings continue, and Lisa finds the world she knew is little more than a lie to placate the masses and keep a satanic 1% in power. From the demented mind of Sean C. Baker, author of Murder Virus, A Collection of Desires, and Volume 4, comes Black Gloves and Broken Hearts, Teenage Giallo Mystery.